So, this is day one of building this airport. So, hey guys, it's Floatie, and today I'll be showing you my build process in building this airport. So, this airport will be in three parts because I built this in 3 days. So, each day would be a different part, and if you want to know what happens on each part, here it is. But I'll let you know there are some stuff I did off camera, mostly tweaking some stuff, as well as placing the decals and a lot of the clutter, just because it was a bit repetitive and I didn't think like it would be necessary to show that all. As well as the office spaces, I didn't show that, but like that's pretty much just desks and like computers, so like why bother? But yeah, this is in three parts. I'll show it again which part is what. But on part one, we'll be doing the exterior. So this is just the front part of the build. Pretty much the front and the back. It's pretty much the same thing of all around. It's the same idea. So yeah, where am I? Good luck building. I hope you learned something from these speed builds. And if you want to see the other builds, make sure you like and subscribe. Well, let me know that you like videos like these. But yeah, I'll see you in the outro. Past me, take it away. So let's first start off with the plan. I'm doing this in the middle of the build because I had it recorded, but I didn't realize my mic was off. So I had to restart, and that also included some parts of the building process, which isn't really much. So I'm glad I got it earlier, but I should have tested it. I checked the footage, but it's like on different, what they call it? It's like layers, but for audio. It's like on different tracks, so that's why I assumed like it was on a different track, but I should have just checked it. And the plane, here is the plane layout. So on this part would be our drop-off area, which we already have started on. We have like this covering, so we have like shade, although it's transparent, so we still have lights. But this would be our drop-off area, and here we would have our entrance for departures. So this blue part would be like where the scanners would be, and this purple part would be where our check-in, stuff like that. So if you don't have tickets, you could do self-ticketing on these stations here. We also have some seating here, and we have the check-in counters here. If you don't have tickets and you need help, we have customer service as well as in-person ticketing here. It's a bit more hidden to motivate people to like book their tickets online, because I found out like they usually don't do it anymore, but like if you book a ticket at the airport, it's a lot more expensive. So that's like the idea why it's a bit hidden away. So after we got our tickets as well as we checked in, you're gonna go up through either this elevator. This is an elevator. It's the stage lift, just because I didn't want to spend so much on an elevator, because it's 2 floors. Like, why would you need like that big of an elevator for 2 floors? Anyway, you could either use the elevator or the escalators or stairs to go up to immigration, where you like declare the purpose of your travel, as well as security, or the second metal detectors. And after that, we would have the boarding area. These gray stuff would be more on staff areas. This would be an office. This would be where the baggages are, also an office. I think this would be where you put your baggage for claiming, but that's for later. Over here we have the boarding area, which would have 2 gates. This gate, gate 1 and gate 2. Still haven't like actually labeled them, but on the side we would have where they sit and wait, and on the other side we would have stalls for commercial stores or like restaurants, or like probably more like cafes or small stalls, because this isn't really enough space for a restaurant. But as you enter the gate, there would be like that thing where it's connected to the plane. So you'll have the connection to the plane, and After you enter the plane, you're going on your flight, and as the plane lands, you'll get back to this gate. But instead of going back to the boarding area, you're gonna go to the pink line and go down through either a lift or the escalator towards customs. I think there's just like another path where you check on your boarding pass stuff, like update your passport and stuff like that to your current destination. And after that, you could claim your baggage and come back out. So yeah, that's it for our airport plan. But for the design of the airport, since this whole airport is a bit small. Like, I won't deny it's small just because the plane is like taking over half of the plot. The shape of the airport, unfortunately, is just rectangular. Although it's not like that bad, I'm still happy with how the plan turned out. The shape of the plane is a bit boring, like just a rectangle. But the idea I had for this design would be, you know, like that first airplane, the Wright brothers airplane. I was thinking something like that, where it's just like a bunch of pillars and like a rope. So I have these pillars here, which I could just like paint, and we'll have like tension rods or like something that to act like it's in tension, like from here to here and here to here, like something like that. Feel like that could be cool for the design, and it actually also looks kind of cool in the interior, but we'll probably make it a bit more detailed. So yeah, but currently I finished this part, but I'll probably go back on how I did this with like a short voiceover, so you'll see that. I didn't realize my mic was off, so probably I probably had a voiceover before, but currently this is what the drop off looks like. I'm quite happy with it. It looks really cool. It's not too detailed because I didn't want it to be. Just because I also put I'll probably just talk about it. I also put the same thing at the roof. Probably replace that after because I painted this. I already painted it just so that I could actually see and like determine the colors and stuff. And also I worked on this part, not the final. I just put some windows on it. You could see there's like windows. Wait, is that? Never mind. I put windows on it, and I was first thinking if I should make it up to the third floor, but I'll probably just go a bit over the second floor because I want this part to be what was I saying? I want this part to have like higher ceilings than 12 units. So I'll probably do like half or the short fence height. But yeah, that's it pretty much for the progress currently for this build. And I want to continue until I finish the exterior probably. And I think I want to do this sidewalk part over here. But let's continue with this build. I think we should work on our sidewalk. I'll show you my plan for my sidewalks, guys. Not really thinking if this should be a series, but if I were to make it a series, I want like a cohesive style all throughout. So let's go to my testing plot. So this is like my testing plot for my builds. You could see, I should also show this, but I took all like the brick colors. This is my color palette. I don't know why I'm showing this, but yeah, this is my color palette. If you could see, these are the same colors as my stuff. I wanted to organize my custom palettes, and it's like this. And I added some custom colors as well. But the ones here are, the brick colors. This was like a build hack that I did when we didn't have the color wheel, this one. But we resorted in using the gift wrapping stations because you could use some custom colors there. And the custom colors that you could use were brick colors. So if you go to the website, like the brick colors website, they all have the RGB codes for these. I have the hex colors listed out, so I'll probably make a video so you could see the hex colors that you could use. I'm using them because I personally believe they would save plot data, but don't quote me on that. That's not like a proven fact. They don't know if it works. I don't know if it works, but any little effort to save plot data, I'll do. But let's go back because I sidetrack a lot. This is my plan for the sidewalk. I really like how this looks. This uses carpets. These ones like this because they tile nicely and they're like low effort to tile, and they already have like the grout or like the mortar in between them. And I also want to include, what do you call this, ramps or wheelchairs, just because I want my builds to be more accessible, just because it's more realistic. Also added ramps, or that's why I added, what do you call that? That's why I added elevators and lifts to my airport, just because ramps, they need a certain slope to be actually accessible for wheelchairs. Even though this is Bloxburg and like role play, it's like play pretend, I wanted it to be a bit more realistic. So that's why I opted out of using a ramp, just because it would be too long to be realistic for my build. So that's why I resorted to elevators. But yeah, this is like my plan for the sidewalk. So let's get back to my plot. It's like too much. Still even haven't built anything up for the interior. But yeah. So we have our sidewalk and our drop off done. I'm happy with how this looks. It's a bit cool. I like the green hint of it all. We have our grass, our like planter boxes, and we have like entrance to our subway. Like thinking if I should add like transparent wedges so that it looks like shadow. Let's try and do that. Just because it looks for like the transition of going from one place to another. Gives that transition. Okay, that's kind of cool. Kind of weird that it's like pitch black, but it's fine. What else? Do you add like road markings? I feel like I want to add like crosswalk markings, but I know for a fact we won't be able to go towards the other side. We should do like something like that. Maybe do like something like that where it's like a bit subtle. There's like a crosswalk. I don't think it would be good. That's fine. I'll just keep it like this. Now let's do the front. I'm probably gonna finish the exterior today. So now that we have our drop off done, it's time to probably tackle the whole airport and we've been probably delaying it for a while. So let's Okay, so that was part 1. Part 2 would be probably next week. I don't know if I will do it on Saturday or Thursday or any other day, but there's 3 parts and the last parts, and there's like a 4th part as well. I forgot to say that. But there's a video for all the decals and the build hacks that I used for this build, so that it's easier to do. It's easier to get the decals if you just want the decals, and like the specific hacks if you want to make your own airport. So yeah, if you want to see more of this and other cool builds, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 50k this year. I've been like stuck on 40k limbo for a while now, but also I haven't been uploading, so I'm trying to be more active now. Hopefully that continues on. I did like 3 videos this week. That's like the best I ever did. So yes. Okay, goodbye now.